continuously I think to myself, surely this is the day, this is the week when the market manipulation tactics stop working. And it looked like it was on that path right before the ceasefire.
Yeah.
And now it's like, maybe we can just extend this out. Maybe we're like, okay, this week you're going to be able to be safe enough to cross the strait. This week, I swear, 2 days from now, it's going to happen. Just get ready, get moving. Don't worry. It's going to happen. We're already, so many ships are passing through. We're not going to say which ones they are, but so many ships are passing through, your mind is going to stop spinning.
Yeah, I agree with you that it makes the most sense as a signal, like not as an actual military play, but as a signal to the markets or to try and restore confidence in shipping. I think what's been interesting is I've seen a lot of really positive reaction to this coming from the like Washington, D.C. blob defense think tank world as like this Trumpian masterstroke where he actually finally found out the tactical move that is going to flip his leverage on Iran. And it's because they're going to put the Iranian economy in a chokehold by not allowing them to export any oil. And that, I think, was what was like the most surprising to me. Because it's just totally not thought through, right? It's not thought through because Iran has been prepping for this, as we've talked about on this show, in terms of alternate export routes overland. They have a lot of oil already just stored out on the water in anticipation of something like this. And because they have escalatory options with respect to the global economy, right? Like if it was actually designed to take away Iran's ability to export oil and profit from that, then they would escalate by closing Bab al-Mandab, by having some mysterious explosion against oil infrastructure in the Gulf, what have you. It's the same reason why the U.S. backed off from its threats to escalate against Iranian oil infrastructure.
That was also the reason. Jonathan Conricus, the old IDF spokesman who went to Al-Shifa Hospital, he was on Israeli television today saying this was a judo move against the Iranian regime. But when Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, said that this was a jiu-jitsu move, the thing that he was referencing was that they unsanctioned Iranian oil because Iranian oil had to keep flowing in order for the fucking economy to work.
Right. And this is moving in the exact opposite direction.
No, they're hoping that if you just lie and say the strait is open, that'll keep the oil prices down long enough that somehow both the economy will be perfect, but also the Iranian economy will be so close to collapse that they'll capitulate within, I guess, a 3-week time frame, 4-week time frame, whatever they want this to keep going for. I don't think those two things can coexist with one another.
And moreover, if we're running with the theory that this is actually to block Iranian exports and put pressure on the Iranian economy, you have to think seriously about what that means. Who is Iran exporting its oil to? Most prominently, it's China. So you're talking about...
Hold on. Did you see... Well, you may say this. Yeah. You may think to yourself, surely China, as important to the global economy as it is, surely that interconnects with the rest of the earth. But if you are Rick Scott, senator from the great state of Florida, he went up and said, I don't care if the Chinese economy collapses because Iran can't export its oil. As if the whole narrative out of the United States government and Trump allies is that America is effectively this self-sufficient island that exports all this oil and therefore it doesn't need anything. It doesn't rely on any other levers of the global economy.
Right.
And therefore, if this happens, it won't affect us. Nothing will happen.
And also, what does that assume? That assumes that the U.S. military is going to interdict a Chinese ship. Is that really what's going to happen? You're going to go confiscate a Chinese vessel. You're going to go board a Chinese vessel and spark World War III and spark a diplomatic conflict, an issue that is larger than this entire war? I don't think so. I don't think...
You
think maybe? You think maybe they would?